Your CPG starts growing, starts getting bigger. Now it's time for you to find the right suppliers, the right brokers, and the right distributors for your CPG brand. And of course, that's what we're going to discuss today, and that's why I'm here. Since we always discuss everything in tips, teaching, we're going to do it by step. So you got a great idea, your product is doing well, but how do you actually get it made, sold, and into stores so it goes to the next level of what you've been doing now from D2C? In the CPG world, your suppliers, brokers, and distributors, they're the key players in a lot of things that help turn your idea into a real business, or really turning your business that's already been doing well in D2C into going into stores so it can expand. But the challenge is finding the right partners, making sure that you're not spending a lot of money being expensive, and now you're spending a lot of time trying to find the right people or waste your time with people that you don't need. So in this video, I'll break down exactly how to find the best manufacturer, how to find the best brokers and distributors to help you scale your brand and become successful. Like I said before, let's get into it. And like we always do with steps, this is step one. Step one is finding a reliable supplier or manufacturer for your CPG brand. There's different types of suppliers. First, let's talk about the suppliers and the manufacturers, because these are the companies that produce your product. These are the companies that create it. Whether it's food, beverage, beauty products, or anything else, these are the people that's going to be able to produce it and make it for you. So there are two types of main manufacturers out there. I don't know if you guys know about that. It's the private label manufacturer that we've discussed before. They produce generic products that you can put your own branding, your own label. It's good to go. Low cost to the market entry. You just put your label on there and you boom, out to the races. And then there's contract manufacturers. They work with you hand in hand. They take your customer recipe or formula or design and they produce it to your unique liking to make your product original. So it's like, where do I find them? Eric, where do I go to find these people? And of course, Google, directory search. A lot of time on Google, just type in contract manufacturers for XYZ product. Websites like Makers Row, Alibaba. You just Google what you're looking for and put them in. Trade show events like Expo West, fancy food shows, and more of those type of shows where you're able to meet other people and network. Or even on LinkedIn, you're able to meet suppliers in person and those type of things. And then also, don't forget industry groups, the ones on LinkedIn that allow you to network with manufacturers, network with other salespeople, and then they also give you recommendations from other founders about what manufacturer to use and what people to stay away from. Red flags. If a manufacturer said they have no experience in your category, that's a red flag. If they're unclear about pricing or hidden fees, that's a red flag. If they have no certifications, especially for food and cosmetics, but they want to make your stuff, that's a red flag. The right manufacturer is crucial to the growth of your business. So make sure you do your homework before you just run around nilly-willy, start signing contracts and giving people money. Step two, finding a broker to help get you into stores. So once you're ready to finally go to stores, you've been doing well on D2C, you've been crushing it. Now it's time to find the right broker that has your back, that understands your product and understands you need to sell it, but also understands that getting into retail is tough. So they want to make sure they put you in the right place, the right store, the right area, and they don't do too much. A broker is pretty much your sales agent, almost like your realtor. They have a relationship with retailers and they help pitch your product to them. Just like a realtor would go talk to the other person that you're buying the house from or selling it to, and they talk to them and then the middleman. For all the places to find a broker, you can always go through industry referrals, other founders. Other founders always works well because they'll tell you who's good, who's bad. You can always ask around on LinkedIn groups or CPG forums, trade shows. Many brokers attend events like Expo West and they scout to find new clients, new brands, and new people they can work with. And you also got broker networks. Companies like Eye-Level Brands, that's one that we worked with at one of my old jobs. Presence Marketing and CA Fortune, though they all specialize in natural food and CPG brands. So they're really out there, but it's all about getting a review from other people. So what should you look for in a broker? You should always look for experience with your type of product. Gotta be strong relationship with key retailers, the ones that you want to get in. If you want to get into Whole Foods, make sure that relationship with that person. Transparency on the commission structure, because usually they take about 5 to 10% of sales, but if they have anything higher or they're not telling you, watch out for them. And always remember, all brokers are not the same. So do not take money from them or do not get money from them always hoping that they're going to give you results. You need to check their background before you just start signing deals with them and giving them money. Number 3, choosing the right distributor. Well, I can't tell you this enough. Distributors are all not not the same when it comes to their warehouse, trucks, deliveries, products in stores. We have to talk about how the distributor is going to handle your product, how they're going to handle the logistics of getting your product into stores, and if they're going to be due diligent about refilling it, stocking it, merchandising, and all that type of stuff. When it comes to the top CPG distributors, there's always, of course, KE Unify. They're the best for natural and organic products. There's a new one coming out, Dot Foods. They're great for specialty and emerging brands. They're like smaller a little bit. And of course, McLean and Core-Mart, those are great for 7-Eleven and convenience stores and things like that. That's what they focus on. But the question that you have to ask yourself is, where exactly do you need to start? When you deal with retail distributions, they work with many different people. Some deal with contract distributions directly to see if they're taking on new brands, and some are not. But for you, you need to start locally. Find a regional distributor, one that can help you out without having to go to the Unify and KE and all the ones, but they have all so much going on that they can't really help you. So it's best to find one local. And usually a distributor local will take between 15 and 20% of your sales or off the case or the product that you sell, so that they can make sure that every time they sell it, they get a good deal. And make sure you do your research on them too before you start signing deals, signing long-term this. Make sure that they can understand your product, push your product. They have a great understanding of your product, and it's somebody that you want to work with. So remember, finding suppliers, brokers, realtors, and distributors is a game changer for your CPG business. But to find the best ones, you have to research. So to recap, manufacturers, look for experience in your category and to make sure they have strong certifications. If they don't use them. Brokers, choose someone with real retail connections and a proven track record of getting in the stores. Don't just be going out with somebody because they feel like they can do it. Tell them to show you, tell them to prove it. Distributors, make sure you can afford their fees before signing a deal. Sometimes the fees be so high, or they don't tell you in the beginning, that you end up signing, and next thing you know, you got to pay like 30% on each case, or pay on that, pay on this. Or the distributor doesn't do certain things like, hey, we're not going to bring in refrigerators. Hey, we're not going to go pick up certain stuff. Hey, we're not going to work on this, or whatever it may be. You have to ask these certain questions, because a lot of these distributors will play games with you and they'll take your money and then not do certain things. And that's not what you want, especially if you're looking to get into certain businesses. If you have a distributor that doesn't really do well with deliveries for C-stores, and that's where you're looking to engage first before you go to box stores, you might not want to work with them, because you're going to need the C-stores. You're going to need them to make those deliveries and vice versa. So you always have to make sure you know these things before you sign with a distributor, doing research. And we have to remember, Unify, KE, those are for the big box stores of like Whole Foods, Sprouts, those who they deliver with. But when it comes to like the Walmart, Target, Publix, they'll let local distributors, local DSD people, well, DSD is direct store deliveries, they'll let, that's when you do it. DSD is when you do the local delivery yourself. But businesses like Publix, Target, Walmart, they'll allow a third-party distributor that's in your city, they'll allow for them to make deliveries to their location. So what does that mean? So if I'm in Dallas and I hire JB Distributor, JB Distributor has relationships with all these different grocery stores and places. I pay them, JB Distributor, meaning they get a percentage of each case they sell, or each case goes in, they get a percentage. I send my product to their warehouse where they're able to keep it, and every time there's a sale or every time there's a new account, JB puts it in there, or he pushes it with his sales reps, or the accounts that I've already sold into that already said yes, whether it be all the Targets, all the Walmarts, all the Krogers, whoever them that I've already agreed with, JB Distributing will take my product that's in their warehouse and make deliveries at all these locations, because they've already had a relationship with them. They know they're coming, so I'm paying him to make these deliveries every day. And if I go into a Kroger's or a Target and I upsell them on a product, or I get them to bring a shipper in and they have to order more cases, I tell JB Distribution, and then JB tells his sales rep, and they deliver at the store, and then we go from there. So third-party distribution is always better than you doing it yourself with DSD, because DSD sounds cool in the beginning, but you just have to remember, when you're doing it yourself, if you're ever not available or you're sick or you go out of town, who's making the deliveries? So that's the only thing about doing your own DSD delivery. This has been another great video of us discussing brokers, suppliers, distributors. Leave your questions in your comments below. We can discuss everything, because like I always say, this is a community of education, community of teaching, and a community of us just getting to know each other and learn more about CPG. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because this has been another CPG one-on-one with Eric, and continue to keep watching more and more great videos as we discuss all things related to CPG, as we break down from beginning to the end, as we get more advanced as time comes. But make sure you just check out more great content. Thanks.